Hey guys, long time no see. Just waiting on a little reply here. Okay, here we go. Don't do it, 2020 was awful. Only a real shitster would start his comeback with a 2020 year in review video. My heel friend, it's good to be back, so let's not mince words, let's not waste time. Momento número uno. So this year, wrestlers were forced to work under very frustrating conditions. They didn't know if they were going to work, or where, or why, or when, what they were going to be doing. And not just because of WWE Creative. COVID-19 swept the world and major promotions were forced to either work empty arenas or almost empty arenas. Or as the plan became known in meetings, Project Impact Zone. Moment number two, WWE went as far as convincing the American government that they were an essential business. And I know this could get you a little bit incensed, a little bit confused, but it makes all the sense in the world. Just work with me. Would you rather have food on your table or 2 minutes of Goldberg? Would you rather have wage protection or retribution? You know, I can picture Vince in the meetings. He's just standing there going, "People don't want a vaccine. They want a vaccina." Now, do you feel pissed already? Because it gets worse. At the height of the pandemic, after being considered an essential business, they fired 30 people. Ooh, and in September, they wrapped up the 2 most lucrative quarters in the history of the company. So, if we're going to talk about viruses, we need to talk about the big one. COVID-19. But hey, the year wasn't a total shit sandwich. The Royal Rumble was one of the best in history. Brock dominating the first half, Edge making an epic return, Drew McIntyre getting the much-deserved win. The only thing I can think of that would make it even better was if they saved, that spot where Vince runs in and breaks both his quads for this year. Number 4, let's keep this very unheel-like positivity going. Drew McIntyre, my man, crowned champion at WrestleMania. And for all the flack we give WWE, this is one of those points where we have to say this was very creative. This was the top of their risk-taking. Because no one else would have the guts to bet on Drew. Number 5, AEW completes its very first year of existence. Happy birthday to you guys. A lot of great things to talk about, with new stars being created, creative freedom for the performers, and my personal favorite thing about them, they have a character that perfectly reflects the effort WWE puts into Raw every week. I think I can hear a few comments now as they're being typed. Oh, is this gonna shit on WWE for the whole video? I can come up with something for AEW too. Just give me a second. Okay, got it. AEW competing with WWE as our champion goes to Impact. Number 6, Roman Reigns finally turns heel, and what a great decision it is. Tremendous results. And once again, you gotta think about it. Where did this good decision come from? And like everything else, WWE just gives us the answer. It was the fans. What was it they like to say? The fans are the real authority. Well, keep that in mind, because if you want Rhea Ripley or Keith Lee to get a really, really decent push, start tweeting about it now. And in 5 years, Grandpa Vince has got your back. Number 7, 2020 was also the year The Undertaker retired, I think. I'm not sure. It's one of those things where probably, maybe not, he comes back, he has a bad night, he goes away, but then Vince calls, he starts training again, returns, feels like he's lost a step, talks to Michelle, thinks he's done, films a documentary, but then Vince calls, then thinks he can still do it, goes for old swan song number 7, and next thing you know, Vince calls, he's on Cameo. But to tell the truth, it's a little hard to keep up. I can't think of a single thing in the wrestling business that has been so close to ending so many times. Okay, point taken. Number 8. WWE forbids its performers from being on Cameo, Twitch, or any other network where WWE isn't making a percentage. Oh, but what percentage are we gonna get now? The wrestlers are obviously gonna ask, which WWE answers, you're gonna get as much as Otis got out of the Money in the Bank briefcase. Now, in my heel opinion, WWE has zero right to that money. So much so that they had to change their contracts to fit these networks in. But that didn't really matter because everyone pretty much either signed the contracts or just stopped creating content on Twitch, Cameo, etc. Which makes sense. If you see this from the wrestler's perspective, it's a pandemic, it's an economic crisis, WWE is paying their bills. Maybe they don't have Zelina Vega's girl screw yourself attitude or her heart-shaped, it's right there. Was that sexist? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't want to make a bad joke or anything. So, you know what? Since I'm not sure, let's take this to VAR. Let's see what VAR has to say. Ooh. Okay, I apologize. Make you feel better? Here's another photo of Zelina Vega. Number 9, the same company show that they're not really interested in seeing their talent make money when they debuted a stable of wrestlers whose names sound like hidden Pornhub categories and they did nothing except lose matches. What can you say about a company that builds and builds and builds and makes teasers about a super stable, and then when they finally debut, all they do is flicker with the lights and set a generator on fire? This isn't a stable, this is an electrician that doesn't give a shit anymore. Ooh, and my favorite part about Retribution, they say they're there to destroy WWE's oppressive system. A few weeks later, after they debut, what are they doing? They're signing contracts and they're in the draft. Ah, Heelbook, we miss you. Why don't you come back? And this was my 2020. I hope your 2021 is way better than this very f***ed up year of 2020. And I want to say thank you to you for making Heelbook the project that is nearest and dearest to my heart. So stay cool, stay heel, and here's another photo of Zelina Vega. Whoa! You're probably thinking I forgot number 10, right? Well, I didn't. Just for you. Here it is. Jon fucking Moxley. Because it gets worse. It's worse. You feel that's right. For their lack of creativity, lack of. They don't have Zelina's Vegas. It's Zelina's Vegas. Foda-se, já deu, pô.